killed the chief. You
In some versions, that guy is wearing underpants instead.
Liquid?
The original version, which is
No,
this one,
you're not.
does not.
Don't move.
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking. Can you shoot me, rookie?
Careful. I'm no rookie.
Liar. That nervous glance, that scared look in your eyes. They're rookie's eyes if I ever saw them. You've never shot a person, am I right?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie.
You're not one of them, are you?
Open that door. You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of here.
Looks like we'll be a little delayed. What are you doing? Don't think. Shoot!
Oh no, I died again. So...
You can move, you don't have to stand in one place. You can move around a bit.
yeah, I probably should have done that. Do you
Yeah.
actually have to aim, or does he auto-aim?
He mostly auto-aims. You just have to be pointing in the correct direction.
Okay, so for the past few minutes I've been hearing this non-stop buzzing sound. I'm hoping it doesn't show up in recording. But we'll see. I'm not actually sure how the door got open last time. I guess she opened it.
Yeah. You can also equip your rations so that next time you do die, it'll just auto-refill your health.
I didn't know it did that. That helped.
I told you that already.
I should have paid attention.
Yes. Cigarettes will slowly remove your health, so don't use it unless you really need to.
Really? I shot the wall?
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
You're doing pretty well.
Okay.
What
We
is-
gotta stop recording.
What is that sound? What is that sound?
I don't know.
Thanks for the help.
Wait!
Now, do you notice the way that she's jiggling her ass?
Who are you?
Yeah, that's gonna be important, isn't it?
That is actually important to the gameplay, and you will need to remember it later. Kojima is that kind of person.
You've killed him! I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
Boss, I have a good idea.
So that was what, 2-3 minutes of actual gameplay?
Yep. I think altogether I've played this game for like 10 minutes.
Well, 20 or 30 if you include the amount of times you've screwed up.
Yeah.
Good girl. Just like that.
And time for a phone call.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination. Is
It
from the nanomachines?
it really doesn't get any
The
better.
nanomachines are functioning properly.
So what was it?
It must have been psychometric interference coming from Psychomantis, Foxhound's psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
So that was Mantis.
Yes, that was Mantis. That's what she just said. Thank you, Snake. I guess I'll go up that elevator, or I will have a quick look around.
Yeah, there are the doors you can go through now that are level 1. And I like how they do it in this game, because in previous games, you had to actually equip the key card. You couldn't just have it in your inventory.
Am I doing something wrong? It's, oh, there's the card.
Oh, you do? Yeah. It is annoying how that works. Like, at least when you get a new card, it replaces the level 1 card, and the level 3 card will replace level 2 card. Because in Metal Gear 1, you were you had to keep switching between them, and the doors weren't numbered. So you'd be in a room, you want to go to the next door, and you're just going back into your inventory, in and out, just to find out what the card is. And it's even worse when you're in a room that, like the gas room, that poisons you and hurts you while you're standing there. Because you have to take the gas mask off to equip the card, and you don't know if it's the right one. So it's just bullshit.
Hmm.
And in this game, that doesn't happen. It just tells you, this is the number 1 card, that's the number 1 door. And you only ever get 1 card at a time. And in the later games, you don't even need to have them equipped just on your person.
Whoa,
So that's
trap
nice.
doors.
That's actually also a holdover from the first game, although they worked very differently in the first game. The floor would just open up. If you go on the sides, you will not be hurt by them.
Okay. What happens if I fall into them? Just
You die.
Oh.
Just immediate death.
I
You're
think
used to it by now.
I think I prefer that to having to climb out of it.
Yeah. If you just hug the side of the wall and walk through, it won't happen. But if you just run down, it also won't happen. It's not a big deal.
Okay. So this floor is pretty much useless right now.
You will be coming back here, as evidenced by the doors
Locked
that you
door.
can't open just yet. But for the most part, you do need to be here, though.
Right now?
Yeah.
Huh.
Look at those walls that are differently colored. They do not. It was in the cutscene. I know that was like an hour ago, but it is important. You're never gonna find it, are you?
Probably not. I totally missed it.
Because
I
you
did-
skipped. Because you went past it. Like keep circling around the room. At the top left of the original door that you came through, there is a wall like that, and I think there's one on the top right as well. You didn't really go that way. I can't tell.
You think it's this wall, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
I know it's this wall because I played the game before.
And I just got some C4, so set that up.
Yep.
Okay.
That's not the one you need to go through. It's more like a secret wall that gives you bonus stuff. It's the one at the bottom left that you need to go through.
Do I have to trigger this stuff?
Yeah.
Just square again?
I think it was circle.
Okay. Hey, secret room.
There should be one on the other side of the door as well.
Okay.
But it's the one on the bottom left that's required to go through.
I never would have noticed those. They look
Aren't you glad
slightly
I'm here?
different. Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that took me a little while as well, but
The power-ups, the ammo goes crazy when you touch it.
I'm certain it's something with the PS1 hardware and how it's stored on the disc. Because you're kind of standing in the same place it is, and it doesn't really know how to render two things in one location.
Was I right? Shit, I wasted it.
Yeah, it's not on all four corners, just three of them.
Well, you said there was one I had to go through.
Yeah, that was the bottom left. You passed it. You've seen this before.
You mean, right here?
It's the only one there is.
Okay. Damn
What are
it.
you doing? What are you doing? I told you already.
Oh, this one?
The one
Wait.
that looks just like the other ones. You've done this twice before.
We must be seeing the colors differently, because I, like, barely see it. I barely see a difference.
It is a little hard to see, but it's clearly blue, while the other ones are not blue.
There we go. Moving on.
I only hope everyone else finds this amusing as I do.
God, I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've been jammed.
It's pretty much a linear hallway, so... Linear hallway with more walls to blow up.
So what happens if you run out of C4? Are you screwed?
You go back to the other room and you just get more C4. Everything respawns in this game.
That's good.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a boss fight coming up. And I need more C4.
You might also want to equip your rations once you're back, for the reason I told you. About halfway through the game, you get body armor, which is kind of useful.
I forget which one was the C4 room.
I think it was the one that you went through that you couldn't open because your number one key card wasn't equipped.
Ah, there we go.
I forgot how painful this game can be when you're new to it. I'm pretty sure that's the last one, though. And you'll get a reward for blowing it up.
This one I can see, slightly different. There we go.
The reward for blowing it up is, of course, another cutscene.
Yay!
Am I too late? He's alive. You're the Arms Tech president, Kenneth Baker, right? Don't worry. I'm here to save you.
No, don't touch it.
C4.
Right. Touch that wire, and the C4 will blow up along with the old man. So you're the one that the boss keeps talking about.
And you.
Special Operations Foxhound. Revolver Ocelot. I've been waiting for you, Solid Snake. Now we'll see if the man can live up to the legend. This is the greatest handgun ever made. The Colt Single Action Army. 6 bullets, more than enough to kill anything that moves. Now I'll show you why they call me Revolver. Draw! Draw!
This section was pretty much ruined in Twin Snakes, which is the remake of the original game. I do not like Twin Snakes for numerous reasons, which I will be happy to tell you. Right now, as you can see, you can't go into first-person mode and shoot. That's possible in the Twin Snakes remake, which makes this boss battle much easier.
I love the reload doing that.
Another change Twin Snakes made, it's basically Metal Gear Solid 1 on the Metal Gear Solid 2 engine. So there's a bunch of different changes to the gameplay, but nothing to the design so that it actually matches Metal Gear Solid 2. There's a bunch of new moves you get that just make the game a lot easier. And I think you also get the tranquilizer gun as well, which really just doesn't fit in with the rest of the game. They made the whole world just feel more clean instead of the decrepit nature as it is now, and it also has this green tint I don't like. They redid the voice acting and got rid of all the, what's it called, accents. Just overall was not a good remake. Oh, and of course, they completely screwed up the cutscenes. They made them more like an kind of more like an anime. Like, there's one part where Snake honestly jumps off of a rocket for height.
Yeah.
It's the stupidest thing.
I've seen that part.
The one thing I do like that I can say about it, there is speculation, and I like this speculation, that Twin Snakes is basically the way Otacon remembers the events of Metal Gear Solid 1. You haven't met him yet, but he idolizes Snake as like an action hero. So basically, if you think of it as Otacon fanfiction, it makes a lot more sense and fits in. But other than that, it just wasn't a good game.
So this guy was nothing other than the bullet bouncing. I'm about to take him down.
Yeah. That was his special skill for this boss battle. And of course, we got to hear the other guy just scream the entire time.
It's been a long time since I had such a good fight, but I'm just getting warmed up. What? My hand!
Oh no, his hand.
Stealth camouflage. Can't you even die right? You were lucky. We'll meet again. Who are you? I like you. I have no name.
How did he survive the explosion? He was right next to the C4.
Nanomachines.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't come up yet, but in later games it's retroactively retconned that everything is just nanomachines.
That makes sense. Hey, I've got a silencer in that cutscene.
Yeah.
Can you talk?
Who are you?
I'm not one of them. The DARPA chief told me he gave them his detonation code. What about yours?
Oh, I get it. Jim sent you. You're from the Pentagon.
Answer my question.
Yeah, it's odd. You can't actually get the silencer until after the Ocelot fight.
What?
I guess they moved things around at some point and just left that in.
Yeah, it's not like they make games with a thing. Games change over time.
I managed to resist Psycho Mantis's mind probe.
He couldn't wait.
In regards to Metal Gear 1,
How'd you do it?
the original game was just a basic war shooter, but there was too much slowdown and you couldn't have more than 2 or 3 enemies on the screen. So instead, Kojima made it into a stealth game. That's how this whole thing started. It actually was funny. He didn't actually get a game published.
Yeah.
He was getting this stealth game idea. He told his bosses about it. They told him it was a terrible idea. And for like 6 months, it was floating around, and people were actually making fun of him. They said, at least make one game before you die. So he gets this idea, he shows it to everyone. Only one person he knows actually likes the idea. He pushes it, he makes it, and now Metal Gear is the franchise of Konami.
And then they made like a sequel that was an action game, and everyone hated it.
It was more like kind of action stealth. It was the non-canon, American-only sequel. And
What's wrong?
Kojima played it and said that he actually does like it for what it is. It wasn't a bad game.
I didn't kill the DARPA chief.
The Metal Gear 1 port for NES, however, he hates that because they just ruined the game.
Anyway, the terrorists have both codes now.
I think I played that version of the original briefly, and it was pretty hard to get through.
What do they really want?
The intro was completely new for the NES version and is the worst part of the game, but they made a bunch of other changes. They cut up the base, so it's into more rooms. They took out certain sections, they took out codec screen. The gameplay just feels worse overall. There's no second level alert. There's no... Enemies don't drop ammo and items anymore. Just a bunch of complete mistakes.
It must be.
She said she had just joined up as a new recruit.
And Snake is based on, like, Snake Plissken, right?
Yes. Kojima loves movies, and he's a cinephile, and you could kind of see that in his games, as they basically are movies.
But how did you know she escaped?
I was in contact with her by codec. Until I was tied up here, that is.
Codec?
Yes, she stole it from the guard. If she still has it, you should be able to contact her.
I'm sure she still has it. What frequency was she at?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, it's...
I'm betting this guy's about to have a heart attack.
Sorry, I forgot.
I'm about to be useful. Oh!
Oh, that's right. It should be on the back of the CD case. Try to contact her.
I'll contact her right away. But
CD
tell me,
case?
If this doesn't work, is there some other way to prevent the missile launch?
You need to find Hal Emmerich, one of my employees.
Who's that?
The team leader of the Metal Gear Rex project. A genius at engineering, but a little bit of an oddball. If there's anyone who can figure out how to stop Metal Gear from launching, it's him.
What if he can't come up with anything?
You'll have to destroy it. Emmerich knows how to destroy Metal Gear.
Where is this Emmerich?
Well, he's probably being held somewhere in the nuclear warhead storage building. It's north from here. That's where he worked.
I understand, but why Metal Gear? The nuclear age ended with the turn of the millennium.
Oh, you're wrong. The threat of nuclear war isn't gone. In fact, it's greater than it's ever been. The amount of spent nuclear fuel and plutonium is increasing even today. Listen, have you ever seen a warehouse full of...
This is about to go into crazy land for 30 minutes, isn't it?
Nuclear waste stacked this high.
It pretty much never got out of Crazy Land.
Still no real way to dispose of the stuff.
While also being the deconstruction of the generic action hero from movies. The movies, I mentioned, not games. It also has a message about nuclear warfare and nuclear waste. It only gets more complex with its themes from here.
Material unaccounted for. It proves that there's a large and well-organized black market in nuclear materials. Furthermore, since the end of the Cold War, Russian nuclear engineers in particular are out of work with no way to turn.